Mom, if you are buying the absolute most expensive kibble, but your senior dog still won't eat, you might be unknowingly starving them with your loving senior dog care feeding mistakes. I am Claire, and I want to warmly welcome you back to our safe, quiet little sanctuary here at Frenchiology. I want you to picture a truly heartbreaking morning in your own kitchen. One that leaves you feeling utterly helpless and completely alone. You woke up extra early while the rest of the house was still pitch black, pulled out a fresh chicken breast, carefully boiled it, shredded it by hand into tiny, perfect pieces, and lovingly mixed it into that $80 premium dry kibble. You placed the beautiful warm bowl on the floor, expecting their tail to wag with joy. But instead, your sweet, graying golden retriever simply backs away in silence. They look at the food, then look up at you with eyes filled with a terrifying, silent fear. And they turn their heavy head away in absolute defeat. And right at that crushing moment, a friend at a weekend backyard barbecue casually watches your dog refuse a treat and scoffs, "Oh, he probably just ate too many hot dogs when you weren't looking." But you know the truth. You feel that sharp, suffocating knot in your chest because your maternal intuition is screaming that something is terribly wrong with your baby. You lie awake at night, staring at the dark ceiling, secretly torturing yourself with the terrifying thought that your immense love is somehow causing your sweet companion to suffer even more. Please, my dear friend, I want you to set your teacup down on the table, close your tired eyes, and take a massive, deep breath in with me. I want you to banish every single ounce of that toxic, heavy guilt from your heart right now, because you are a magnificent, heroic mother. Your beautiful, fragile baby is not being stubborn, and they are absolutely not rejecting your incredible love or the meals you so carefully prepare. They are backing away from their favorite meals because they are silently battling the cruel, invisible, and terrifying biological changes of old age. Today, I am going to gently translate their silent language for you, and I will hand you the exact, progressive, healing antidotes to bring absolute peace back to their dinner time tonight. Point number 1, the dull gray world and the devastating collapse of their scent time machine. To truly understand why they won't eat, we have to look deep into the ancient, primitive biology of the canine mind and their incredible sensory network. The nose of a dog is an incredibly advanced biological radar system, literally millions of times more powerful and sensitive than the human nose could ever be. For your sweet dog, a scent is not just a smell. It is a vivid, colorful image. It is a deeply embedded memory, and it is the absolute driving biological reason they crave life. But as they enter their senior years, the incredibly delicate olfactory receptors inside their nose begin to quietly die off, one by one, leaving them disconnected from the world. Their entire vibrant reality slowly becomes shrouded in a thick, gray, muted fog, where nothing smells interesting, safe, or appetizing anymore. To their failing, elderly nose, that bowl of $80 premium kibble doesn't smell like delicious, savory meat. It smells exactly like a pile of cold, dead, tasteless gravel. They are not actively refusing to eat your food to spite you. They simply can no longer biologically recognize those dry pellets as a source of life-giving fuel. Let me paint a picture of a brisk, lovely Saturday evening in your neighborhood as you go for a slow, peaceful stroll. You are walking your aging golden retriever past a neighbor's house, where the heavy, mouth-watering scent of BBQ steak is drifting beautifully across the green lawn. A few years ago, your dog would have pulled relentlessly on the leash, practically begging for a single bite of that delicious grilled meat. But today, they just walk past the fence with a blank, confused stare, completely unaffected by the rich aroma filling the air. Your neighbor leans over the fence, looking down at your dog with unearned pity and says, "Oh, poor thing, he is really fading fast, isn't he?" Those thoughtless, careless words feel like a serrated knife plunging directly into your heart, confirming your darkest, most terrifying fears about their mortality. Or think about the silent, humiliating agony of standing in the bright, noisy pet aisle at your local Target store on a busy Tuesday afternoon. You are staring desperately at dozens of colorful, expensive cans of wet food, tears welling in your eyes because you literally do not know what to buy to make them take just one bite. You feel a crushing wave of shame wash over you, secretly blaming yourself for not being rich enough to afford a private gourmet chef for your declining baby. Mom, your progressive healing antidote is a beautiful biological miracle that I proudly call the scent awakening. Starting tonight, I need you to completely stop serving them dry, sharp, uninspiring kibble poured straight out of the bag and onto the floor. Instead, exactly 10 minutes before dinner time, gently warm up a small cup of pure filtered water or absolutely unsalted, onion-free bone broth on your kitchen stove. Pour that warm, soothing liquid directly over their dry food and let it sit perfectly undisturbed in the bowl until the hard kibble softens into a delicate sponge. The gentle heat will violently vaporize the hidden fat molecules trapped inside the food, creating an explosive, invisible cloud of irresistible, savory aroma. That intense, warm steam will violently punch right through the thick sensory fog of their aging nose, instantly waking up the ancient, primal hunting instincts buried deep in their brain. Tonight, instead of silence and rejection, you will finally hear the beautiful, rhythmic, and incredibly relaxing sound of them happily chewing their food once again. Point number 2, the silent, suffocating pressure of the hovering predator mistake. Let's journey back to the brutal, untamed wilderness to truly understand the deep pack logic governing your dog's sensitive stomach. Because you love them so fiercely, and because you are absolutely terrified of them starving to death, your natural motherly instinct is to hover anxiously right over their bowl to cheer them on. You stand there with your arms tightly crossed, staring intently down at them, watching every single microscopic movement of their mouth with desperation. But in the ancient, unforgiving laws of the wild wolf pack, a leader standing tall and staring directly at another animal while they eat is a clear, biological declaration of war. It is an aggressive, dominant challenge for resources, telling the weaker animal to back away immediately or face severe, violent consequences. Your sweet, fragile dog looks up at your worried face, and their primal survival intuition screams, "Mom is guarding this food. I am not safe to eat this right now." This intense psychological pressure causes their brain to immediately flood their bloodstream with cortisol, the toxic, paralyzing stress hormone. That cortisol biologically locks their digestive system completely shut. They would literally rather endure the pain of starvation than attempt to eat in what feels like a terrifying war zone. Picture a quiet, terribly frustrating Tuesday evening in your own cozy living room, where the silence feels incredibly heavy. You are so desperate for them to eat that you carry their heavy ceramic bowl all the way away from the kitchen and place it directly on the plush rug right in front of your knees. You sit cross-legged on the floor, scoop up a tiny bit of wet food with a silver spoon, and practically beg them, whispering, "Please, baby, just take one little bite for Mom." But the suffocating, heavy cloud of your frantic, nervous energy engulfs them entirely, making it biologically impossible for their throat to swallow. They violently tremble, physically refuse the offered spoon, and slowly turn their beautiful face toward the blank wall, just to escape the crushing weight of your loving stare. Or imagine the overwhelming, joyful chaos of hosting Thanksgiving dinner with your entire extended family gathered in your home. The house is packed tightly with loud, laughing relatives, and young children are running chaotically around the dining room table. Your senior dog feels completely overwhelmed, disoriented, and threatened by this massive, unpredictable pack surrounding their usual feeding area. So they quickly dart in, grab a single mouthful of food, and scramble deep under the heavy oak dining table to eat it in dark, frightened isolation where no one can watch them. Mom, your progressive healing antidote is a graceful, empowering technique I call the turned back tea therapy. Tonight, after you place that warm, fragrant bowl of food softly onto their mat, you must absolutely not stand there and watch them eat. I want you to calmly walk back into the kitchen, pour yourself a steaming cup of chamomile tea, and walk to an armchair that is at least 5 feet away from their bowl. Sit down, exhale deeply, and deliberately turn your entire back, or at least angle your shoulders entirely away from their feeding zone. You are using the ancient, silent body language of the wild pack to broadcast a clear, comforting message. Mom is guarding the perimeter. This territory is safe, and this feast belongs entirely to you. Point number 3. The tragedy of the vending machine syndrome and the hidden pain of separation fasting. Let us look one more time at the perfect primal biology of their ancient ancestors roaming the forest. In the wild, a wolf absolutely never encounters a magical, never-ending supply of free food just sitting perfectly prepared on the forest floor. Food is a sacred, highly valuable survival reward that only comes after a massive expenditure of physical energy and a successfully coordinated pack hunt. When you leave a massive bowl filled to the brim with dry kibble sitting out 24 hours a day, you are completely destroying its biological value and meaning. This modern habit of free feeding completely shatters their natural circadian rhythm, causing their stomach acid to secrete at the wrong times, leading to silent, painful acid reflux. It forces your dog into a permanent state of lethargy, making them feel completely unmotivated, without purpose, and deeply depressed by their predictable, boring environment. Furthermore, if you leave food out while you go to work, you are triggering the agonizing biological condition known as separation anxiety fasting. When the ultimate protector of the pack, you, disappears behind a closed front door, the dog's fragile nervous system enters a state of absolute freezing panic. To a dog, eating is the absolute most vulnerable physical state possible. Without their alpha present to guard them, their digestive tract literally freezes in sheer terror. Think about that stale, overflowing bowl of kibble sitting next to the sliding glass door, looking out into your sunny backyard. The food has been sitting there for 2 full days, gathering dust, while a few annoying flies buzz incessantly around the metal rim. Your dog slowly wanders past it, gives the bowl a deeply disrespectful, uninterested sniff, and heavily throws their body onto the sofa, looking utterly miserable and profoundly bored. Or think about your incredibly stressful morning routine when you are rushing to grab your keys and head out to the office for a long, exhausting shift. Overwhelmed by intense guilt that they will be lonely, you pour an extra cup of expensive food into the bowl, desperately hoping it will comfort them while you are gone. You stand at the front door, looking back with a heavy, aching heart, hoping they will eat just a little bit to ease your worried mind. But they will not touch a single crumb for 8 solid hours, because their stomach is entirely paralyzed by the terrifying silence and vulnerability of an empty house. Yet, the absolute literal second you unlock the front door, take off your heavy winter coat, and let out a sigh, they sprint into the kitchen and aggressively devour the entire bowl. Your triumphant return instantly provided the psychological safety and pack structure their brain required to finally unlock their digestive system. Mom, your progressive healing antidote is establishing the firm, incredibly loving boundary of the 15-minute window. Starting tomorrow morning, you will place their warm, beautifully aromatic bowl on the floor, and you will give them exactly 15 minutes to eat. If they sniff it and walk away, or absolutely refuse to eat a single bite, you will calmly and silently pick the bowl up and put it away out of reach. You will not scold them, you will not sigh in frustration, and you will absolutely not beg them to take a bite from your hand. By enforcing this gentle but unbreakable biological boundary, you are forcing their ancient stomach to organically reboot its primal hunger clock. Within just a few days, dinner will beautifully transform from a boring, stressful chore into the most exciting, sacred, and deeply appreciated ritual of their entire day. Mom, please, take off your glasses, set your teacup down softly on the table, and look right deep into my eyes. I want you to physically push every single drop of that toxic, lingering guilt right out of your beautiful heart this very second. The fact that you lie awake at 3 a.m. worrying about their diet, and the fact that you spend hours boiling fresh bone broth to awaken their failing senses is not a sign of failure. It is the most breathtaking, undeniable proof that you are an incredibly magnificent, heroic mother to that sweet, aging animal. As their eyes grow cloudy and their vibrant world slowly fades into a quiet, muted gray fog, they need your strength more than ever before. You are not just their caretaker. You are their blazing scent lighthouse, gracefully guiding them safely through the confusing, frightening darkness of old age. Apply these gentle biological antidotes tonight, and I promise you will soon hear the joyous, crunchy sounds of a dog who finally feels completely, perfectly safe in your arms. Please, Mom, go brew a fresh, warm cup of tea. Come down into the comments below and share your beautiful, messy story with me. Tell me about the most stubborn, frustrating, or incredibly funny thing your senior dog has ever done to you at dinner time. Write it all down. Absolutely nobody in this warm, loving community will ever judge you, because we are all here to heal, learn, and grow together. Subscribe to Frenchiology, Mom, and together we will make absolutely sure their twilight years are filled with nothing but profound peace and boundless joy. I wish you both the deepest, most peaceful evening tonight. Warmly, Claire.